there, Dr. Jesse Morris here with education to empower you with phenomenal health. Have you ever heard the advice to lift from your legs and not from your back? What I find is a lot of people hear that, but they don't really know what that means or don't actually know how to accomplish that. So when people say lift from your legs and not from your back, basically what they're saying is use a squat when you're lifting something off the ground. Now a squat is this fundamental human movement, and people all over the world actually spend time squatting instead of sitting in chairs. But in our culture, because we do so much sitting, many of us have lost the ability to squat properly. So what I want to do for this video is take you through some of the fundamentals of a good squat. So when you are lifting things off the ground, like your groceries or your kids or your laundry basket, that can become safer and you can actually get stronger through the process. Come on over, let's take a look. So we're gonna pretend like this yoga block here is something heavy that I'm gonna lift off the ground, right? Some basic thing in life. So I'll talk you through the fundamentals of the squat. So your feet wanna be shoulder width, okay? You wanna turn your toes out slightly, 5, maybe 10 degrees the most. As I squat down, there's a couple really key things. I wanna try to keep my torso, my chest upright, and I wanna try to keep my knees from pushing forward, okay? So a good squat starts with a good hinge. And if you haven't checked out my video on hinging, I recommend it. Check it out. So we're gonna start with a hinge, which basically means pushing the butt back, putting the weight on the heels, and keeping the torso pretty stable, pretty solid, okay? Once we're in a hinge, I'm gonna start to bend the knees, but I don't want the knees to go forward. I wanna push the butt back. As I come into the squat, I wanna try to keep my chest fairly upright. I'm gonna pick up whatever I'm gonna pick up, push through the heels, and stand all the way up, okay? Let's run through it one more time. So, we start with a hinge. Hips go back, torso stays upright. I'm gonna start to bend the knees, but I don't want my knees to push forward. I wanna keep my shins pretty vertical. So I'm gonna start to bend the knees, chest stays upright. I'm gonna pick up whatever I'm gonna pick up and lift it on up, okay? So I encourage you to practice that when you're lifting things off the ground, but you can also do squats as repetitions to strengthen that movement and strengthen your hamstrings and your glutes and the muscles in the back. So let me show you what a couple squats look like just as a repetition. Instead of lifting something up, I'm gonna put my hands out in front as a little counterbalance through the repetitions. This is what it looks like. Start with a hinge, squat down, hands come out front, and come on back up. So we'll just do a few here for you. That's a basic squat. So the squat is such a fantastic movement. I'm gonna really encourage you to try to embrace these concepts and pay attention the next time you're picking something up off the ground and try to apply those principles of keeping your shins vertical, keeping your chest upright, and keeping your hips, your weight pushing onto your heels. One of the things that my wife has started doing, which I think is awesome, is she's doing squats while she brushes her teeth. We use an electric toothbrush and it has a 2-minute timer on it. So for 2 minutes in the morning and 2 minutes in the evening, she does squats. I think it's an incredible way to use that time and just train that movement in. So I encourage you to do something similar or use these principles when you're lifting things off the floor. I hope this is really helpful for you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.